guys? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of We Got Ish to Say. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of
We Got Ish to Say, an Everyday Vibe podcast.
Obviously, I'm your host Amanda.
And I'm your host Kay.
And we got a guest.
We have a guest.
We love guests on this show. Y'all know we love to bring you guests because they always bring the fire and the value. And so, friend, introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? My name is Ky'saun James, come from the city of Savannah, Georgia, but currently residing in Los Angeles, California. Your boy is 2'6", and I've been out in California for about 6 years, going on 7 years now.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, transplant. I'm a transplant too.
Don't say that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't listen.
What's wrong with being a transplant?
I just want to come here, get my opportunities, do what I got to do, and go home. That's it. That's all I want to do.
Listen. That's why we all in California, right? Like, we all want opportunity, and it's a lot of opportunity here. Ky'saun is a creative person. I met him at a creators, photographers event. Yeah, and he was telling me about his music. And he had me dying laughing because he was like really feeling one of the fits that I had on. He was like, "Oh, I need one of them in men's size."
I do. It was a jean colored fit. I was like, yo, this is tough. You like, nah, I ain't know, it's slight work. I was like, bruh, you could be that, like, you could be modest while showing off, but I'm not here for none of that. I will pay for the materials. Where is it?
He wants
You
the
can put on,
material.
Right.
no, fat,
No,
because
but I appreciate it. So today, like, we got a lot for y'all. We are entrepreneurs. Ky'saun is an entrepreneur. He's going to talk more about some of the other stuff that he do. But today we are talking about finding your purpose through taking risks. One, finding your purpose is already a little deep, right? But when we say taking a risk, that's tough. Like, we be scared.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I mean, there's already, really looking at Kay and Ky'saun, there's already risk. Like, they are not from here. They moved to LA, one of the hustle and bustle capitals of the world. Yeah. You just don't know out here. They come to make it, and they are making it, praise God. But there's several who do not.
Exactly.
LA will break you down. So that's not
man,
to keep y'all out here, but also stay away.
They said they don't want nobody moving to California no more.
No, we are
don't move to LA. Stay your ass at home.
But yeah,
rent
so
too high.
obviously finding purpose and then taking that risk to come somewhere that is very foreign, that's in itself, that's half the battle.
That's half the battle, literally. That's the first step. Realizing, like, wherever you are and where you need to get to. And so, Ky'saun, what was like the turning point where you realized it was time for you to step out of your comfort zone and move?
I set up my comfort zone at 18. I could have I was smart enough to go to college with no problem. It's just that I didn't have like that drive to be like, because everybody's about college. I'm trying to get to this music. That's what I'm trying to work on. And the thing about it was, I was like, I need money for music. I come from a smaller city. Also, if I'm speaking too fast or sound a little excited, dial me back. I come from a small city, so it's just like for you to do something bigger than yourself. It's harder in the small cities because somebody like I run my city or something like that, but it's like your city's small. Like, how can you move to the next level? It all started with the military. The recruiter was like, "Oh yeah, we'll get you in." But I'm like, "You're not gonna keep coming to the school." That man kept coming to my school. Every time he would come to my track practice and be like, "Where's such and such?" Fast forward, go to boot camp, all that stuff. Fast forward 4 years, I'm already at my mom's house, so I'm already there. So get to California, and I'm still in the mindset of, yeah, I'm in the military, but I still want to do this music. Like the first week I got here on my duty station, I searched up colleges for music. I found one, and they was working back and forth with me for the 3 years that I was here. So it was like I was building rapport up in LA while still being in the military. Now I could have went home after I was done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did your 4 years, that's it. You don't have to stay out here if you don't want to. But I decided to keep going. So the risk it started at 18, but it really manifested once I was out of the military and truly on my own when I moved to LA and started attending school. So that kind of is where the risk really embodied itself. Because I don't know nobody out here. There's family wise, there's nobody out here. If I fail myself, then it's like nobody really could save you. You have friends and all that, but having family is something. If shit hit the fan, excuse my French, it's not out here. So that's pretty much where we at.
That's incredible. But even though, like you said, like you don't have anyone or you didn't have anyone out here family wise, you were building that rapport. Like you were already laying the foundation. And some people don't do that. They really just go blind into things. And nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you just step out on crazy faith and
Got to take the
things,
risk.
right, and things work out. But
I do
I do
that. I do that too.
right.
I
And
do
there's
that
nothing wrong with
too.
that. Hey, it happens and that's just how it works. But I do
Right.
love that while you were already in something and you were doing something that was more stable and solid, you were still laying the foundation and like your stepping stones for your next move because you just knew like that was always your mindset. It was going to go bigger and further.
It had to. It had to. It was if you want something, you got to make no sacrifices. And I'm still learning that as I've even gotten older. You got to make sacrifices. So y'all do what y'all doing. I'm gonna do my time here, but as soon as I'm out, I'm moving on to what I really want to do. I've earned that. So that's where we was at.
So where did the music portion come into your life? Do you have musicians in your family?
No, what happened more so with music is that my mom would just play a lot of records. She had gospel, she had soul, she had R&B, she had hip hop. She wasn't heavy on the hip hop, but she's from New York, so she knew hip hop. You know what I'm saying? What happened was, I was in my sophomore year of high school, and it was towards the end of the year. By the end of the year, you ain't really got classes. You just doing stuff. Like one of my friends asked to help a teacher who was a choir director at the time. And when I was younger, I was like, I ain't doing choir. I was ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, I ain't doing that. Helped the teacher, and the teacher was losing a lot of his students. He said, sing a C major scale. Sunday scale, he said, okay, I'll get you next year. So it's just, I didn't really think he was going to get me. His schedule come out, and he got me. And it was once I got into choir, that's when it felt like a totally different world from the rest of the school. You know, so it just felt like that safe haven. Like you can't talk to everybody about structural music. You can talk to people about music all the time, but the amount of things you get introduced to, like in choir, is totally different from your norm. It makes you uncomfortable, but at the same time, too, you appreciate it way more. So once that happened, and after those 2 years I did choir, I was just like, I want to keep doing music, and that's where it all started.
That's
Nice.
amazing.
Yeah. So you sing and rap, or you just
I'm also rap, but I can sing if needed. Like I'd be like,
yeah?
hey, cut the auto tune on. It might sound a little rough at first, but we gonna get there. So I can get.
Right.
I
Come on, auto
listen.
tune.
I don't sing. I'm not a singer with an A at the end. I just sing here and there. So that's where we at right
You
now.
You
can
can
hold
hold
a
a
note.
note. Stop.
What? She's like all day, Amanda. You we
There,
about to do the
there it
song
is.
today?
There it
Right.
is. Listen, you said hold the note. Listen like the one kid with the cowbell. You just want me to do like this for you? I got you. Don't even worry about it.
I'm dead.
Hold it on like
All
this.
Honestly,
Nah,
I really
listen.
appreciate that because I feel like so many of like major artists, especially females, I feel like a lot of them really start in the choir. Like they start
See,
singing in
church.
churches now and move into music.
That's
yes.
what
And
happens.
yeah, the choir aspect, choir might just change your life.
It will,
Yeah.
like that, like it does. A lot of times people start in the church. Like, I was in the church, but I wasn't like super involved in church as a kid. It was just like you're gonna go here at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. on Sunday. Okay, I'm 9 years old. I just want to watch cartoons on Sunday. But like, being real, it was a couple of marathons I wanted to watch. But just
Right.
sitting looking back now, it's if you learn it in church, you don't really learn music theory in church. You learn
Mhm.
feeling. You know what I'm saying? You feel the music. So once you start
Yep.
feeling the music, it's easy for you to play and know what you're doing. No, just a music theory because I don't learn some music theory and it helped out. But there's more freedom when you don't have to think about theory. You're just going based off feeling. What feels good. So that's pretty much where
Yeah.
it's at.
Which is why a lot of times when it comes to like creative things like music, they say, "Oh, you don't necessarily have to go to school, because if you're talented and you can feel it, then that talent and that feeling can take you far. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of learning music theory?
I would say the importance of learning music theory is that you just have that basis. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when I started learning music theory, there were things that I knew, but there were things that built on top of that as well. So music theory is good to have in your pocket if you're dealing with a musicians. You should stay in this bar, you should say it like this, you should play it like this, those notes go together, these notes will go together. It's really good when
Right.
you're working with musicians. Oh, you really studied this. Like you really did this. So I would say that's the importance of music theory. But again, I remember this conversation a while ago I had with somebody that said, what's more important? Is it lyrics or is it music? And me being an artist, I'm just like, man, the lyrics. I love lyrics. But as time has passed, it's time to think about it. I love lyrics and I pay attention to lyrics. And music, I think music actually carries more than the lyrics. Because let's be honest, we got some dumbass songs out there when it comes to lyrics. But
Facts.
Yeah.
you feel the beat, like you feel the beat and you feel the instrumentation. You just, I love this. So that plays a part. I think with the music theory part, it's just like, it just depends on who you talk to. It really just depends on who you talk to. Like I have music theory understanding, but at the same time too, I do like to play off the feeling because that makes me remember things more instead of trying to figure out, oh, my finger should go here, my finger should go there, I need to strum this way. It's a lot. So that's
Right.
where you got to find that balance.
That's really good, and that's very relatable too because I feel like I was like I am a lyric person for the most part, but I think
Right,
that's just because I was raised on a lot of like old school music, so I have a very old soul. And back
right,
then, they was actually talking about something in the lyrics. Like you
right.
said, now, oh Lord, what are we talking about? It's just okay. The beat's great. The
Pound
beat is great.
town, just pound town.
Right. Let your beat be good, and you can get
I'm
on to
thugging with
anything.
my rounds. My brown.
Listen,
Hey,
Those are bars.
listen,
Those are
listen,
bars.
listen.
look, that
This,
part,
hold on,
free, look.
I'm
What?
listen,
What are we
saying.
talking about?
man,
So
man.
that's my
Oh my
thing. But
God,
like you said, music though, you can feel music, and I think that's why they say music is a universal language because
it
even when
is.
these lyrics are in a different language and maybe we don't understand them, or even if they are in English and we still don't understand them, because what are you
Right,
talking
What are
about?
you saying?
Like we feel the music. The music brings us together to at least be able to do something
Yes,
together. So
something.
yeah,
right.
Yeah, yeah. It's a universal language.
right.
That beat.
Not
And I'm
Pound
telling
Town.
you,
No,
Pound Town is universal language. I heard that in the bar the other day, and I see the dudes singing it. I said, I gotta go. I said, why are we singing this? What happened to grabbing the air
look,
and dancing in the rain? What happened to that? Like, I was like, y'all really singing this? All right.
yeah. Certain
okay.
lyrics definitely cause me to look around. I'd be like, what?
Yeah, no, for real. Like,
I,
Literally me.
I just think it's so, I think it's so entertaining because it's just, is this what we listening to?
Yeah.
I'm all for artists. You out here making your money. You out here getting your music out there. And it's just hilarious to me because it's like a joke. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, this is what these kids is really listening to. Like, they
it's
talking about,
marketable. It's marketable. That's the problem. Like,
exactly, it's
it's
marketable,
marketable. That's it.
sales, making a fool of yourself sales, like all of that stuff makes people just go crazy.
Let me ask you, sorry.
Oh,
Let me ask you this really quick. So you're
What's up?
on the like producer side of things too, correct? Like putting it all together.
No, so I'm more so the artist that writes, and I got started dibbling and
Okay.
dabbling in engineering because I started learning studio engineering and live sound engineering. But I'm on the artist side. The thing about it is I can identify things in the song when it comes to producing. But if you be like, make this, I'd be like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's not me. Not because I never went down that road. It's just that I'm sticking to what I know. Now as time passed, and it's like you can't be an artist forever, and I want to start getting into producing. It's gonna be hard because that's not something I do now, but I can learn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more so on the
Absolutely.
artist engineering side right now.
hey guys, it's Kay, owner of Everyday People Luxury Eyewear Company. I just wanted to remind you to shop that link below at everydaypeopleworld.com to get access to all of our latest styles. We have styles for men and women, and most of our styles are UV protected because we care about style and eye protection. We're one of the first Black woman owned eyewear companies that cares about your style and also your eye care. Make sure you click that affiliates link if you get your friends to shop with me because I give you 10% of my proceeds. I want to give you a gift for supporting your local business owner. Again, that's everydaypeopleworld.com and the affiliates link is below.
Okay, I like that. And the reason I asked that is because I have a friend who does music. He primarily raps, and we went to a studio session, and of course, like the engineers in there, like putting things together. But one thing we both noticed was that he never asked what was his vision for the song. He never asked him, "What do you want to do with this song? Like, how do you want it to make people feel?" Like, he never really asked the questions to go in depth. He just immediately went in there and started doing this and doing that, and like putting this in and putting that out, and it ties back into that part where you guys said marketable. You make everybody's song sound almost exactly the same because it's marketable. But what if that's not what the artist wants? Like, then
That
we're doing a disservice now. Yeah, that's why I brought that up because I was like, so where do you go from there?
Yeah, yeah,
it depends on the engineer because like me personally, it's like I would communicate with the artist. That's what you should do as an engineer. Or it could
Right.
be somebody like Dr. Dre who is engineered be like, hey, say it like this. Or if it hit harder, giving advice. Some engineers would be
Mhm.
like, shit, this is a paycheck, mama. Click, click. Hey,
Right.
record. You done? You want me to mix it for you? They don't really get, it's not much offered to them compared to if it was like a big artist. But that goes to show too, that's how relationships get formed because you have artist producer relationships. You have artist engineer relationships. There's somebody I go to in Ontario, and me and him have a real good rapport with each other. And he'll be honest with you. He'd be like, "Hey, you fucking up. That ain't it. Do it again. This not real,
yeah,
Yeah.
real. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah,
like do this again, or I don't know, bro. Or he'd be like, he'll look at me and he'll say something. I'll be like, you don't like that? And he'll just give me this blank stare. I'm like, all right, just do it over. He's like, thank
Exactly.
you. I didn't want to say
What are
it.
you
Like,
doing?
so yeah,
I love
that's
that.
my guy though. It just depends on the relationship. Like a lot of times when you build relationships in this industry, it helps further the artistry and the creativity.
yeah. What would you say is the most risk that you usually have to endure when you are trying to get to the next level in your music?
The most risk I have to endure when trying to get to the next level of my music, I think more so risk. I don't think it really be a risk factor for me. I think at first it was doubt. You know what I'm saying? I think that was more so the thing when it was trying to get to the next level. Yeah, I made this fire track or whatever, or I did my thing on this one. You hear something else and just straight smeared, like shit all over your stuff. You just, I don't think I can do this. But that was really it. Now it's just at the end of the day, people don't even really care about, and it's sad, people don't really care about what is it called? Quality. They just want the music.
Right.
And it's like music. It's just like, okay, cool. What about this album that just dropped 2 weeks ago? Have we really digested it or are we already on something new? That's just how it is. It's a
Yeah.
lot of quantity over quality. So doubt wise, it was just like I got to sit there and get over it. Once I got over it, it wasn't really much risk. It's just being vulnerable, being real, and you're putting yourself out there. So it's just like you gonna have if you put yourself out there, expect critiques, expect criticism, expect positivity, expect negativity, expect people talking down on you. It's just like that's what happens when you put yourself in a market like this.
Yeah, and it's risky because people can, like you said, negative, positive, they can have their own ideas about what you're doing, and you're being vulnerable, which is scary because it's like these people don't know me, but based on the music that I'm gonna present to you, you can come up with a whole idea about who I am.
When it comes time for opinions, obviously, like you've left home, so that means you've probably left some people at home. Maybe not necessarily behind, but you've left them at home, and who knows what they're doing now. Do you feel like that plays into just like the risk factor and like your overall purpose of knowing what you want to do, like the opinions of what's at home? Because obviously you want to go back. You're handling your business now, but you want to go back. So like, how does that tie into things?
It does, but it doesn't. For instance, I have those people that, excuse me, I have those people that call and be like, yo, tell me what you think about this. If you like it, you don't. That's fine. I just see them to know. And then there's people who I grew up with too that don't listen to my music. Like they support here and there, but they don't really like aren't fully invested. Which I'm not mad at that at all. That's cool. Because the thing is, I look at it like this: it's like I take note of who's supporting. I take just
Mm-hmm.
like you take note of who calls you on your birthday and check up on you. You remember these people, even though it's not a big thing to me. It's just that's the equivalent of it. I see who's supporting me right now, and not as I tell what they say. Strangers will support you more than your own people.
Yes.
100%.
Yep.
And that has happened in lots. I've met a good amount of people out here. I won't even name drop some of the celebrities I met out here that listen to my music. Your shit's nice. Like, it's good. And it wasn't like no handout or nothing like that. It's just that I say, hey, I'm seeking knowledge. This is what I'm asked for. So when it comes to their opinions that don't matter, it's like I say this: get behind the mic and do it yourself. If you get behind the mic and do it yourself, congratulations. But if you're not doing this, you're a consumer. Every consumer is entitled to an opinion. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, I'm doing what I love to do while also learning these things. And it started off with music, but then it started diverging to other things too. So
Right.
you're judging this one thing, but I'm over here doing a whole bunch of things, making myself known while you're still
And
back
what the?
home.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You can finish your thought.
And it was just that, like, y'all asked this question, and I think about 2, 3 weeks ago, I was really thinking about that. Like, I'm out of touch with the people back home. I'm out of touch like hell. Like the people I grew up with, even my own mom, I'm out of touch with. They're all in Georgia. I'm in California. I'm not there before I left home, and I was there every day in the regular shenanigans and whatnot. So even
Right,
then, my
right.
own mom, I felt out of touch. So it's just I'm already out of touch. Am I going to dwell in it or just make the best of the situation? And
Mm-hmm.
that's really
What
it.
was what's the city again in Georgia?
Who?
Savannah.
Savannah.
Right.
Savannah. Yeah, Savannah is completely different from LA. First of all, it's the South.
What? Different ain't the word. When I came back, I said, "Oh, this is a culture shock." Wow. Okay.
Right.
I had to
What was
process.
what was the biggest shock for you, if you can remember?
The price of gas.
Not when he got here. Shoot, this man been here for a
I know,
minute.
right?
Nah, it's just so much. It was like first I got out here, I was like, "Damn, ain't no black people." Okay, that's not a knock. That's not a knock to nobody. It was me being real.
Mexican
I was just like,
everywhere.
yeah. It was like I was like, because I grew up around Hispanic people in my apartment complex, but the magnitude, like me not thinking California is right above Mexico. Never thought about this. I'm like, God, damn, ain't no black people out here. The
Hey,
way people dress.
Hispanics everywhere.
I ain't mad at them. I love my Hispanic counterparts. I was just like, damn, like where is the black people? The way people dress out here, Vans. I did not know Vans was like that out here. I was like, okay, Vans is really
What
like that out
dance?
here. All right, no shoes, the shoes
I'm gonna say
Vans. I didn't
bands.
know.
Like what I got on my
Oh,
feet
you
is
said
bands.
right? No, that's just in St. Louis. Like that was the dirty people shoes. Swiss.
Nah,
We
not
don't
even.
wear
But hey, listen. I when I came out to see Vans, I was like, okay, having real authentic Mexican
exactly
food.
like what?
I was
Yeah.
like, one van, two van, three van, four. Everybody got Vans on the doors. Like I'm confused.
We had to make a whole song about it.
For
Got my bands
real.
on, but they look
Listen,
like sneakers.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
listen,
wasn't gonna be caught in no vans in high school in St. Louis. Now people wear
dog.
vans, but back in the day, shit.
Man, and then the food, the authentic Mexican food here, I love it. What I can
Yeah,
say about LA when it comes to soul food, y'all bugging. And I'm not knocking that, but it's like I'm from the South. Like
Correct.
They need to get it together for real.
y'all can't really say this is soul food.
Nah,
This is trash.
yeah, yeah.
That's really it was just a big culture shock because I think growing up in a predominantly black area, the South,
The Mecca,
excuse me,
the Black
you
Mecca.
you feel
Right.
me?
And that's,
So you're
go
used to
ahead.
different things. You're used to different things and lifestyles there. So coming out here and experiencing everything that goes on in LA, either you're gonna stay the same. I highly doubt you'll stay the same when you move somewhere you've never been, or you're going
Yeah.
to become more open minded. Being in LA has made me more open minded with a lot of subjects that back home was just like so. It's the good and the bad. I'll say that. It's the good and the bad.
Hey
Hey y'all,
y'all.
I'm Kay,
I'm Amanda.
and we're your host of We Got Ish to Say
And Everyday Vibe
podcast. We just wanted to drop in and say, don't forget to join our community.
And Everyday Vibe.
In this community, you have access to
So much more. Do it.
Do it now.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it now. Okay. And so that's the thing too, because you're from Savannah, Georgia. Granted, I don't know how close Atlanta is or isn't to Savannah, but since that's also 3 hours,
3 hours, about three
Wow.
hours.
so
That's like going to Orange County.
girl,
On, with traffic on a Friday. on a Friday with traffic on the 5. It is like going to
Exactly.
Orange Town
Plus,
Test.
the other
Exactly.
question, like, I love that you're in LA, but why wouldn't you just go to Atlanta, where it seems like a lot of people go for their music careers, compared to LA, where it's like a melting pot of every career you could think of?
That's a great question, Amanda.
Hey, not the congregation. Not the congregation. That one.
No, that's
No.
a great question. I love that question.
I got asked
Man.
that question. I got asked that question too, but I think it was the fact that being closed minded, didn't even think about it. Now looking back at it, it's okay, cool, I got it. Atlanta was bubbling more so because of trap hip hop. And this is
Right.
when I was in high school. Because you have Migos Future, you had Rich Homie Quan, Young Thug, you had a lot of artists like that was quote unquote trap music. And I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm already out in California in the military, so I might as well move up to LA. Because I always wanted to go to LA too, so that was the thing. So there was just like I thought it was more of a I was ignorant again, I say, because when you're not really into the industry like that, you think certain things. When you get more and more down the rabbit hole, you just see this is all politics. So I'm thinking like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna move up here. I'm gonna meet people. I'm gonna start working and all that stuff. And that's why I moved here. The reality, when you get here, it's a shady business.
Yeah.
And then my mom had asked me too, why don't you move to Atlanta? And I'm like, I already started school and I've started a life out here. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here. I've been in LA to be exact since 2019. It's 2023. This is about to be almost 4 years. So I already started a life. I got traction going. It's just that I need to keep going with what I got going on. So that's really why I never went to Atlanta. Because if that was the case, I would have went as soon as I got out of the military in 2019. Just go straight
Right.
there. But I moved straight up here instead.
Are you thinking
Okay.
about going to Atlanta and making a
I never
mark
did.
there?
I never. I'm visiting wise because my cousin, one of my cousins, actually, I don't like name drop, but he's behind the scenes. He has worked with Killer Mike several times and stuff like that. So it's kind of like to go visit, then yes, to go because I need to go to NY also. My uncle up there, he does build music stuff too, and he's just like, you come visit NY soon or whatever. So to visit, yes, but to stay there, not right now. I feel like when the end game is, when I'm all said and done with my careers and I'm getting to that point where it's like, I'm full with y'all, but by going to the next world,
Yeah.
then I'll probably move back to the South. Just those be my last couple of days. But that's really it.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. I love that though, because still it's 3 hours away from home, right? Like Atlanta. And so I think even though it's 3 hours away, it's still very
Right.
easy to get caught up sometimes in those same things of home. And so being away from it, absolutely, like you said, like you already gotten become more open minded being here. And so it keeps the opportunities of elevation coming, compared to being 3 hours away from home. Because I always say, like,
Exactly.
sometimes elevation requires separation, and you just have to go. Like, you just can't be around the same energies and the same things. I love that. You obviously
Appreciate
know
it.
what is working for you, so I really love that.
Yeah.
But thank you. Thank you.
You mentioned like several
Correct.
careers.
I heard that too. I was like, careers.
You have careers, so that is like plural.
Yeah.
Many, multiple. So
We want the plural list.
tell these people what we out here doing besides music. What we up to?
I mean, it still revolves around music, but artists, you can't be an artist forever. So I started looking into studio engineering and live sound engineering. That was the thing. Those two have their respective paths as well when it comes to careers. Because I work in a venue for the World Tour in Koreatown, and I've been talking to some of the guys, and some of them guys have been in there for years. I think one of the oldest ones there have been over there for over 20 years. Everybody else,
Wow.
every time I talk to them about it, they're like, the magic number is 15. I don't know why, but they're like, yeah, I've been doing it for about 15 years. So there's a lasting career in that. And mind you, don't tell nobody they get paid big money. Like they get paid. Them people get bruh. Them people get paid. So it's just and it's also not tedious. I think that's another reason why I want to get into deal with those two careers. They're not tedious. It's the same foundation, but every song or every band is not gonna have the same requirements, if that makes sense. It's a foundation there, but there's different requirements compared to like a regular job. You go do the same thing every day, same thing day in, day out. Bruh, I'm tired. Like this is boring to me. So it's
Yeah.
like I want to do things that actually one challenge me, and also it's not the same thing over and over again. It keeps you mentally like fresh.
Yeah.
So
I love
that's pretty
that.
much it. And then of course I do DoorDash. If you ever order something, Hit your boy, I deliver. What else do I do? I do acting here and there. I've done some stuff, background acting. I've done that. Acting's like it was one of those just walking in blindly. Just when I did something, and then I started doing that. So I've been on different productions and whatnot. That's kind of, hey, look, I'm doing it. If something comes up from it, we'll go with it. And then that's really it. Acting, studio engineering, lifestyle engineering, artist. That's really it.
I feel like I seen you background in some stuff before.
You probably see me in Santa Games on Hulu. A lot of people was like, "You in a movie?" Yes.
Yeah, when I
Hey,
first knew, I was like, he looks familiar, but I was just like, I'm gonna just get to know him. I don't know, but I just thought your face looked pretty familiar for some reason. But I probably have seen you like background, do some background work. I want to low key do some acting and background work too.
hey,
Or
it's not
I
hard to
was
get
even
into.
thinking about voice acting. I think I would be
Oh,
really good at it.
okay.
But yeah, that's real good. Can you talk to the people about how you got into doing background work? Just what's the steps to do it?
Be straight up honest. All right, cool. I use this website called Backstage.com, and this is not a sponsorship. This is not an ad. This is me telling y'all what I do. So I use
Right.
Backstage.com and pay 25 a month. They have a list of jobs and you could search. This is just one way. I got other ways too. They allow you to have a search engine when you say, "Oh, I could portray between 18 and 30 years." Or I'm hefty, I'm skinny, I'm tall, I play basketball, I write. It lets you pretty much break down exactly what you're looking for. So then once you do the application, if you have video reels, send in video reels. If you have headshots, send in the headshots. Cover letter, or if you got to do a pre-screening, so you got pre-screening, you have to essentially download this PDF. And I think they call it a table read, if I remember correctly. I'm still new, so excuse me if it was wrong. But I think they call it a table read where you essentially act out what part you're going for, and somebody may read pretty much the lines before it or the in between so get to your part again. So that's one way. And then also there are other production companies or background acting companies that reach out, and I just be like, why not? It's free money. Why not? That's one thing about it. There's money out here. Like a lot of people, it's crazy how much money is out in this
Yes.
world you could make. It's just crazy to me. So that pretty much is what
Yes.
background acting.
That's nice. Do you want to do like more, not leading roles, but more roles where you have lines and stuff too?
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind just putting my face out there because then, like, the first time people see me on TV, they was just like, "When did you start acting?" And I'm nonchalant by trade. It's not because just I do this. No, I'm really nonchalant. It was just like I just signed up
Humble
for it and went
brag.
and did it. I really,
Exactly.
yeah, like I just went and did it and I had a good time. So I was like, let's keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty
Right.
much where it's at.
Yeah. Shout out to
It's
you.
like that old Steve Harvey little thing that used to play in this radio show. It'd be like, "Mama, there go that man."
Listen,
What?
Ison's really that man. He out here just
I'm just a man that's living his truth and his dreams one day at a time. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. And it's just weird when I talk to people because it's like I have this thing where I'm not satisfied. I'm never satisfied. Like I've done a lot at the age of 26 in life, and this is quote unquote humble bragging. But I've done a lot, and a lot of people be like, "You've done a lot. Look what you've done." I'm like, "But this is not. I'm not satisfied." That's like the
speaking to the
one biggest.
exactly. You're not where you want to be, so it's not like it's not
It
quite
ain't
there
done
yet.
yet.
Yeah, exactly.
We right here with
Exactly,
you.
exactly, and that's I'm just like, it sounds cool, but that's my. I feel like that'd be my biggest downfall at the end of the day because it's just I'm never satisfied. That's the
Yeah,
only thing. So that's pretty much it on that part.
that's interesting. That makes me think of so many other things.
No, for
I was
real.
like, that takes me down a rabbit hole real quick. Okay.
Our life expectancy these days is like 80, 90, even 100. 80-year-old, 90-year-old people doing bodybuilding and all that type of
Yep.
stuff. You get so many opportunities in your life to take risk and do things that you are passionate about. And so shout out to you for not getting in your way, starting at 18, not even
Yeah.
18, like joining the choir in high school and then going into the military. As a black man, that's very risky. You got out of it, you got what you needed, you moved on, and you just still keep like elevating. Shout out to you for finding your purpose and claiming your life.
Truly.
Got
You
to.
know.
And for dropping knowledge on the people to elevate others, because
Yeah.
that's the thing too. It's giving back. You're still serving. Like
Right.
you may be out of the military, but you're still serving.
Exactly.
And that is truly worthy and appreciative.
Yeah, very much. Can you give a little bit of advice to some of the viewers who might want to join the military? I don't know if we really got a demographic for that, but
I
just
want to join, but like still haven't. So I'm about to
yeah.
cap out. They like, ma'am, you're turning
How
29. You're old.
don't you
can't
gotta
do
be
this.
like 30? You can't
I think
join
at
after
30,
30
right?
or something?
I think it's depending on the branch. I think it's 29. Some might say 32. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head.
Oh, I
I
got
think it's
1 year.
29.
Maybe I need to join shit.
I'm trying to go to the Air Force, so I think they at 30. I'm like, I'm about to cap
Yeah.
out.
Man, I got played by the Air Force so bad, man. I wanted to join the Marine Corps because the thing was, I was trying to go to the Air Force first. I could have, and their recruiting offices never open, so I'm just like, I guess I'm going first round draft pick to the other team. I came back from
Right.
basic, and I came back from basic, and my mom didn't tell me. It's just that I went and looked at my entertainment center, and it was like a little postcard. It was like, call your local USAF recruiter. I was like, Mom, why you tell me about this? He was already gone. I was like, come on.
What do you mean?
Hey,
No.
look, I was out the game, coach. I couldn't do anything about it if I wanted to. The air raid was like this. Come on over to death row. Okay. So I couldn't do nothing
Dang.
about it. If people want to join the military, being frank, it ain't gonna be easy. I say that right now. Like you're gonna be uncomfortable a lot of times. Then you also got to deal with not being able to. I don't want to sound like a what is it, negative Nancy or whatever it's called, but
Be
you
real
No,
with the
but yeah,
people.
but I say authentically, keep it real.
Yeah.
you'll see some shit that you won't ever see in like daily life in the military. But at the same time too, depending on your command, some might take care of you, some might try to screw you over. It's just luck of where you get stationed at and who's your command. You're gonna have some experiences. You're gonna meet some lifetime friends for sure because all in the bullshit together. Whenever you're in the bullshit together, you like have you forge friendships with people that's inside the same thing as you. Be prepared when you get out. Like at least try to just watch your P's and Q's, and that's really it. Benefit wise, if you do what you're supposed to do and get out honorably, you be way ahead of the game. Because that's one thing that I am very blessed because of the benefits. Because I have friends that don't have the same benefits I do, and sometimes I just feel like it's really one of those, damn, what would I do if I was in that situation? So
Yeah.
if you do go in the military, just try to keep your nose clean, watch out for yourself, and just be real. Don't be crazy, don't be stupid. If you have something that you want to voice, there's certain routes you can go to get a voice. You just can't be all over the place because then it's a target on your back, especially if you're a person of color. And that's not me just trying to be biased, but this is from firsthand experience. It's a lot of dumb shit that goes on, but it definitely will help you in life if you make sure you take care of what you need to take care of, but just keep your nose clean.
That's good advice. That's
Yeah.
real good advice because many people do go in very young, so they're not actually mature enough yet, and so they
Exactly.
don't know. They don't really know. They don't have a necessary guideline or know what path to walk. It's just a matter of it sounds good, or I got recruited, or this is what like my family does, so let me just follow. And they go
The
in
benefits.
right, yeah, and they go in very blind, not knowing how to properly operate in that. Yeah, no, that's amazing advice.
And
Yeah.
it is stressful too. So it's like and it is that because a lot of times when people think, oh, you're 18, you're out your mom's house, you did it, dude. You're 18. Like, how you think an 18-year-old is not going to be how you think at 22? How you think at 22 is
Right.
like you're still going to keep progressing for the most part. So that 18, you're still wet behind the ears. Now there are some people who
Yes.
have to grow up really fast, but for the most part, a lot of 18-year-olds are wet behind the ears, and it's just you don't see that when you're 18 until you get older. You just like, I ain't know shit. I ain't know a damn thing. So that's pretty
Yeah.
much it.
And it just seems like I'm not a real. I'm gonna be real. I ain't a big fan of the military. I heard the Air Force or the Navy was probably a little bit better, but like certain branches, I ain't a really big fan.
Yeah.
In my family, I was always told don't do it because your life, your autonomy to your life, your own life and stuff, it gets a little grade. But it just seems like at 18, like you said, you're super vulnerable and you don't really understand. And it seems like they use that as a way to get younger people to be way more like open to joining. And I just remember like back in the day, remember the TV shows, the movies, the commercials. The recruiters were always at the school, like all those things. But shout out to you for taking that risk. As a black man, like you said, it's a lot of bullshit that happens with black people in the military. But shout out to you for serving our country and doing all those things to protect us. And yeah, thank you for that advice to people that do want to join. We do need people that's gonna be in the military and help our government move along as it is. We ain't the same country as we was 20 years ago. So 30 years ago, 50 years ago, definitely a space for minority people to be in.
Hey, let's play around the trivia real quick. If you had to take a guess, what would you say is the top factor of stress in most people's life today? Did you answer money or finances? I'd have to agree. My name is Amanda Johnson, and I'm a financial professional who sees the chaos and fallout of financial stress on families and individuals every single day. You don't have to be one of them. You don't have to be there, and life is not meant to be lived that way. I invite you to connect with me and have a conversation about where you're at financially and where you're trying to go. It's completely free to have a conversation and get information that could change the trajectory of your future. Are you willing to bet on you? Click the link in my bio and join me on my mission to change the lives of financial literacy. Let's go!
Yeah, because it's something, and that's a fact too. Like a lot of times you would think, because I had a situation when I first got in, and I had this higher up black dude. I'm thinking you got my back, bro.
Right.
It's giving Uncle Tom. Like, and what was that animosity he had towards me? What was the problem?
Wow.
Like you all,
He
like
just
you was,
treated you bad.
but
He treated
it
you
wasn't.
bad.
It wasn't treated bad. It just made it seem like I was a fuck up essentially, and it's just dog. I just got here, and I hate when somebody would be like, "I'm only so hard on you because I see myself in you when I was younger." Excuse me, nigga. I don't know you for one.
Right.
For two, it's just at least get to know who's working for you instead of assuming you know everything. A lot of times, bosses don't get to know who their employees are. So it's
Correct.
Yeah.
just, I get this is more so of a
It's
do. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying it just seemed like he was just using his power against you. That's all.
And it's more of a that structure is more of a do as I say and do as you told sex situation. But it's like, damn, dog, I am still human. Hello. It's just something like that. Like, and there were some other people of color that definitely looked out, for sure looked out. But
That's
it's
good.
just how the coin slipped. That's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like obviously the military in itself that's a lot, and like you said, there's times where you see a lot, you deal with a lot. It definitely, I feel like, probably changes you and causes you to mature and grow up in a very different way and probably quicker once you're in. But do you feel like the almost like mental toughness that you had to have in the military translates into the mental toughness that you have now for the rest of your life and all the careers and goals that you have?
Yeah. It's I think also because I've gotten older, I don't tolerate bullshit, dog. Like I don't have time for it. If it's wasting my
Right.
time and energy and drama filled, I don't want to deal with it. That is really it. Like I don't want to deal with it. And then a lot of things too that you've been through in the military, you just it is what it is. Like I'm not gonna.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Either you can do something about it, or it is what it is. So
Yeah.
that
Exactly.
definitely helped out. That definitely helped out a lot because it's like some things you just got to pick your battles. Like some shit's just not worth it. And then also
Yeah.
that making sure that you work for what you want. The attitude was already there because like I'm a hustler. If I don't got it,
Right.
I'm gonna go get it. So it's just that played a part. It definitely a lot of times people are like you gonna change you going to the military. Me being wet behind the ears. No, I'm not. But things have changed. Some for the better,
Mm-hmm.
some for the worse. But things have definitely changed. So it does
Yeah.
play a part.
The music industry is tough. The military
Hmm.
is tough. Like you have
Hmm.
people that you have to be around and talk to. Like basically being in the military, has that given you the confidence to feel comfortable with being in those rooms or talking to those people that may seem like they have higher authority or power over you or your music business?
Even before the military, it's just it didn't really like even before the military. I've always had this thing where you're a human. I would give you the respect due because you've been doing this longer. This is, but I don't think it never really had it. Like it is still anything that was like, oh, I can't talk to this person because if the person is open to me, of course, some people gonna feel some type of way, but it's like they told me to go talk to them. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh my god. That's why I met a good amount of celebrities and I speak to them on some regular shit.
Yeah.
Like we just talking, we just having a conversation. So it just depends. Like honestly, it never was. Am I scared to talk to these people? No, it's just how you approach people and how you talk to people. That's really it. You gonna have your assholes. I try to avoid assholes at all costs. I try to avoid assholes and I try to, because man, it's just if the disrespect comes out, then it's gonna make me gonna be like, bruh, I don't give a shit what you got going on. I don't care who you are. It's a respect thing, dog. A lot of people don't understand that respect gets you like it gets you places.
So much further.
So if you want,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
so you want to be disrespectful, and I get this is all politics. We all know it's politics. But if you sit there and be respectful, it's a different response compared to you just disrespecting somebody. Nah, the military really just is like a buffer to get my mind mentally prepared for what I'm about to go through. I thought that shit was hard. Nah, being outside the military on your
Yeah.
own, dealing with all this stuff, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
So that's really it.
Yeah.
So I said mental toughness, which some people just don't have. Not everybody has the same mental toughness.
And
So
you could go to
yeah,
the military and still don't
not
have
have mental
mental
toughness.
toughness.
Exactly.
And that's basically what they trying to teach you. Like to have a wall and to just be like you could take
Right.
whatever.
Exactly.
That's good. Thank you for all the information that you have given us today. It was really a pleasure to get to know you, and
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm gonna see you around. We mingle in the same spaces. We appreciate you for being on the show.
Appreciate y'all for having me on
Absolutely.
the show.
I can't wait to meet you in person. Hang out.
Hey, you should come to Hot Water Cornbread a few weekends from now.
Me and the homie saw that, and I was like, "Yo, trying to go?" He was like, "Yes." If they, I'm gonna
It's
be
gonna be a
highly
good time.
pissed. I'm gonna be highly pissed if that food not hitting like I'm expecting it to be if I go out there. That's why I'm like, for the love of God, please, if I put this ticket in, please don't let
The
me
food
down.
is fire. The food is fire, and the energy is
It's
top
there,
tier. It's
yeah,
lit. Like
and
you
yeah.
All
gotta come.
And
right, I'll
even if
be
your
there.
homie don't show up, like we got a lot of homies. Like we always kicking it. Like it's a lot of us, and
Yeah.
I think like the homies will love to be around you. You got great energy. You pretty much match the vibes that we always be bringing out. So yeah, you should definitely come to Hot Water Cornbread in a
Yes.
couple weeks with us. Like we definitely gonna be there. Our friends are gonna be there, and it's gonna be a good time.
I'll be there. I'll for sure be there then. I will be there for sure then.
Yeah, we
Okay.
I'll
we
just go take a
got
look
you,
at the
bro. We
We're
got
flights.
gonna be checking for you.
you. Yeah. And anytime
I'll
you
be there.
want to go out or you want us to pull up on you, if you're doing something music wise or anything like
Yeah.
you want us to come out and support, I think I invited you to the pool party.
I already got my ticket.
Yeah. So yes, like it's about to be a good summer. Again, thank you for being on the show. If you could please go ahead and drop your Instagram handle or your TikTok any way for the people to find you.
What's up, everybody? My name again is Ky'saun James. You can follow me on Instagram at KYJ underscore 19. Again, that is KYJ underscore 19. And for all streaming platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Tidal, Napster, whoever uses that, you can find me at KY apostrophe dollar sign AUNJAMES. That is KY apostrophe dollar sign AUNJAMES. And that's
Yeah.
it.
One more thing before you go. What's your genre of music?
Hip
What
hop.
category are you in?
I'm
All
primarily hip
right.
hop. It comes with the melanin. You know how it goes. But
Comes with the swag,
Right.
you know.
come the melanin. No, but more so hip hop. But I have a undying love for R&B. Like they say R&B is a dead genre, but honestly, it's not. It's just that people are not looking for
Who
R&B
said
artists.
Who said R&B dead?
we love
Hey,
R&B?
hey, you need to talk some R&B, dig. Like I said, it's politics to this. Higher ups talking crazy. I'm just like R&B ain't
Yeah.
dead because we can name a lot of artists right now that single-handedly carry the genre. Now I have
Literally.
undying love for R&B, so definitely I'm getting into R&B. Everybody like you need to start singing more. Whole time I've been working on my voice, so if they hear me on the track singing, they're like, "Wait, that's you? That's me."
Hey, invite
So
it. Yo, we want to be in there live, bro.
hey, that's look. I ain't scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. Like so, uh, I'm with all
All
that. But
right,
that's pretty
guys.
much it.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. We hope you really enjoyed the episode with Kai San. We got to learn a lot today about the military, music industry, finding your purpose, taking risks. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like we really hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I know I did.
I did too.
Yeah.
This was lit.
It was lit. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram at We Got Itch to Say Pod. We are on Twitter at We Got Itch to Say Pod #2. And don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to our YouTube so you can stay connected with us. You will know as soon as we drop our next episode. And we got some new stuff coming to y'all too on YouTube.
So make sure you also follow Kay at
I Am Sade Brand. That's for my personal page, and also for my sunglasses brand. That is Everyday People World on TikTok, Everyday People World on Instagram, and also everydaypeopleworld.com to shop all products. You can find Amanda at...
You can always find my personal page at smile_4_Amanda. I'm doing something on there, probably talking about finance because I'm still trying to get your pockets right. And you can, of course, follow the brand at lov.vibes, love vibes for all your mindset, mental wellness, and health. Until next time.
Oh, hold on. It ain't no it's. Wait a minute. If you need a photo shoot, if you need your pictures for your wedding, you need your pictures for your prom, or pictures for your graduation, pictures for your cover album of your music, you know what I'm saying? Hey, she got you. I'm telling you, Amanda is cold with the camera. She don't plug her photography business a lot because she been on a hiatus.
Yeah.
But guess what? If you need a photographer, tap in with your girl. Smile_4_Amanda. She got you.
Holla at you, girl.
All right, y'all.